Oh, my eyebrows look so dominant. Wow. Y'all cute. Y'all so cute. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we will be doing a everyday glam makeup look. I use this personally because I don't really wear makeup that often, but I use this as when I'm going out and I have 15 minutes to do my makeup and it's all very rushed, but I'm going to give you guys a step-by-step tutorial on how I achieve this look. You guys are welcome to add your own lashes to it if that's what you feel you need is necessary. If not, you know, you can follow this. Okay, so my first step is that I usually use BB cream. Now, if my face has broken out, which you can probably see right here, I do tend to mix it with foundations. Now, I usually use either the Fit Me concealer, the dewy and smooth one, because I feel like it's more natural.
Going over this, I've realized how many times I've said natural. I've tried to count and it's just fully gone out the window. So if you guys want to have a try with that, just, you know, just go do it.
Because I like to go for the more natural looks. The more makeup that I'm wearing, it just don't feel good. So yeah, so I usually start with the dewy and smooth. However, where's it gone? I usually start my makeup look with the Professional primer. However, I do already have that on my face. So yeah, but I just use a little bit of this, squeeze it on my hand and focus it around my T-zone because I get particularly oily there. Since I've already put on primer, I'm just going to use the Mario Badescu Skincare Facial Spray with aloe, herbs and rosewater. Nice and refreshing. Now, I do like to curl my lashes before I start my makeup, as I tend to rest this little metal piece. See how it like comes out a little bit? I tend to rest the metal piece against my face and then I come out with an imprint afterwards, which is just kind of a pain in the ass. So I'm just going to take a mirror and just curl my lashes. I get the Maybelline BB cream in shade light to medium. I like this because it's not heavy on my face and I don't tend to break out after I've used it. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this on my hands and just go like this and just kind of, and then rub it on my neck. Also, when applying BB cream, I do like to use my hands compared to a beauty blender, just as I feel like the warmness of your hands does actually make a difference.
Can I speak English?
And I'm just going to take a little bit more and just focus it down my neck. So it's got a little bit on my finger here and I'm just going to dot it around my neck. Because if your face doesn't match your neck, you know, you're just going to get that line. It's not going to be pretty. After that, we are going to get concealer. Now, I usually, depending on how bad my breakout is and how drastic I want my makeup to look, I'll use either the Fit Me Maybelline concealer in the shade light, or I will use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade mustard or medium 1 or whatever.
Turns out I can't read either.
And so I just take a little bit of this and I'll just apply couple dots to my under eyes. Now, I do usually do it in a triangle position, but since I'm going for a more, you know, kind of no makeup look for this, I don't necessarily want a lot of makeup on my face, you feel me? Using a damp beauty blender, I'm just going to go in and focus it on where I have applied the concealer. I like to pull it down as well, like in a down kind of motion, just as I find as though, because we didn't do the triangle of concealer, the motion of the down just kind of pulls it out, so you're not just left with like kind of like a white ring, if that makes sense. And then after we have applied our concealer, I'm just going to take the Fit Me Maybelline concealer in the shade light again, or I do also have fair. It really depends on what kind of vibe you're getting at. And I'm just going to apply a little dab to the tops of my eyelids. I just got that all over my eyelashes. I love my life. Yum! Okay, and so now after I've done that, I'm just going to use my finger again and just rub it in. Of course, if I'm doing this on someone else, it is best to use a brush of some sort, but because my finger's the easiest, I'm just going to do that. And then I'm going to go in with the Laura Mercier. This is my all-time favourite powder I've ever tried. Just honestly, wherever you applied concealer and you don't want it creasing, apply it there. And then we're also going to get actually no, not that one. I'm going to get the Real Techniques brush in Deluxe Crease brush, or whatever it is. Just kind of looks like that. It's quite thick as it has quite a lot of bristles, so I'm just going to tap that in the translucent powder as well. I'm just going to go over my eyelids to set the concealer that we just originally put down. And I'm also going to focus it on the inner corner here, just so that we don't get any creasing of any sort from the concealer. From here, I'm then going to do eyebrows. So I'm going to use the, where is it? The Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Brown Powder Duo. Soft Brown Brow Power Duo, I think. From Anastasia Beverly Hills, it just looks like this. And then when you open the inside, there's two different shades. There's a light brown and then a darker brown. I don't know if you can see that or not. But yeah, just because I want this look to be more natural as it is every day, I am going to use the lightest shade to fill in my eyebrows, as I do have quite dominant eyebrows already, like the colouring and all that. I will only be using the softer shade, as I do only want quite natural brows. First I'm going to get the spoolie on the end of this brush and just comb down the lower half, the back half, I think you call it, I'm not sure. Comb down the back half of the eyebrow like this. The tail, maybe? I don't know, look it up. Someone look it up. But I'm just going to use that, and I'm just going to outline my natural brow shape. But I'm going to pull down the end of my brow just so that it has a little bit of a longer tail. Do you know what I mean? So here I'm just going to outline more of the brow shape. Draw a line at the bottom of all the hair, where all the hair starts to grow of your eyebrow, and that way you'll get a nice defined brow, I guess you can say. So you've got darker eyebrows, I do suggest having the tail darker than the front of it, as you do want the ombre effect. It's more natural. So yeah, I do recommend doing that. However, I'm just going to do the other eyebrow now. Okie dokie, and now that we're done with colouring in our eyebrows, filling in, whatever you want to call it, I'm then going to take a once clear bottle of the Australis Extender Lash and Brow, and I'm just going to use the wand of this and use this to cementify, I think you could say, maybe, not sure, the brows in place. Now we're going to take the Smashbox Full Exposure Palette. I love this palette. I'm going to take the Real Techniques brush in the base shadow brush. I'm just going to use this to do my eyeshadow, I guess. And I'm going to mix it between this shade here. I'm just going to take a little bit of that, this shade here, and this one here. And because we're using the darker cool tone brown, we're just going to focus that in the outer V and work it towards the front with kind of windshield sweeping motions. So yeah, we're gonna do that. So now that we have got this done, I'm then going to get the brush that comes with the palette, and I'm going to use this end of the brush here. See if you can see it better. I don't know if you can see it on camera. It's just a more tapered side of the brush, I guess you can say. And I'm just going to go in with a mix of the second shade and the darkest shade that we have used. And I'm just going to focus this on the outer bottom lashes. Put myself in the eye. Okay. And I'm just going to do that again. And we're going to go until halfway across the eye. But focusing it once again on the outer of the eye. Just like so. Kind of looks like we got a black eye, but it's okay. We're just going to do that again on the other eye because unlike your eyebrows, your eyes have to be twins. After we've done this, I'm then going to get this shade right here. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm just going to use this, the one that has been used the most in the palette because it is my favorite and I use it all the time. I'm just going to use my middle finger here, is that index? I think it might be index finger. And I'm just going to swirl that in there. I would use a brush, but I kind of can't be bothered with that. It takes way too long. So I'm just going to use that and focus that on the inside, on the main lid, focusing it right in the middle. And then pulling it out into the outer V and the inner corner. And then I'm going to get my, don't know what this one's called, but I'm going to get this finger. And I'm just going to place this in the lightest shimmery shade here. I'm just going to focus that more on my inner corner, pulling it out into the gold that we just did. So you get something a little bit like this. I have the Hoola bronzer here, and I'm going to use the Real Techniques brush, which is the buffing brush, I think it says. It's kind of worn off a little bit. Now with this, however, it is quite natural. If you go over the top just a little bit, it no longer looks natural. So we're going to be very careful with the way that we place this. And we're just going to buff this into the skin, working our way out, just using circular motions. Like so. And we're going to do the same for the other side. After we have this, I'm then also just going to dip it in once and then go on one side of my nose and the other. Instead of a intense bronzing of the nose, this just makes it look a little bit more slimmer. However, there is no dominant lines, so it's not exactly hard to, you know, take a little bit more and focus it up around my hairline using circular motions, just buffing that into my hair. Because who doesn't love some bronzer in their hair, you know? Make my blonde hair turn orange. I love it. Also just going to take it once more and just focus it. Just go along my jawline a little bit. So I'm just going to take this. I've got the Becca Highlighter Shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Champagne Pop. So yes, I'm just going to take a fan brush, and this fan brush is from Vanity Planet. So I'm just going to use a couple of strokes, and I'm just going to focus this just on the top here. Ooh, girl, look at that glow. Yeah, bitch. And then I'm also going to take one of my other brushes from Vanity Planet, and it's just a more tapered small brush like the one from Smashbox, and I'm just going to get that from with a little bit of highlighter on it and just pop this in the inner V of my eye. Oh my god, I'm getting it. My eye's so bad. Aw, cute. I love this detail. It just makes everything look so much nicer. Taking the same brush that I just used for my inner corner highlight, and I'm just going to be using, where's my highlighter gone? There it is. I'm just going to be using this to also focus above the brow bone. Or on the brow bone, whatever. Another tip for when doing natural makeup, you want to keep the makeup to an absolute minimum, is to use lip balm instead of a lip product of some sort, being lipstick, lip liner. You want to avoid all of that because cakiness on your lips makes it look very obvious. So I'm just going to use a little bit of the Elizabeth Arden 8 Hour Cream. I'm running down to my bare minimum. I don't know if you can see or not. But yeah, we're just going to take a little bit of this and just put this on my lips, because my lips are very, very severely chapped at the moment for some weird ass reason. Oh yum, it's all flaking off onto my finger. That's so gorgeous. So yeah, we're just gonna use a little bit of lip balm. And yeah, after that, we're then gonna put on a little bit of mascara. But to be completely honest, I kind of don't want to put on mascara. I'm just using the Maybelline Colossal Volume Express Mascara. It's in the yellow bottle with the brown logo on it. 100% recommend this mascara. I've used majority of the high-end mascaras and a lot of the drugstore mascaras, and this is still the best mascara I've ever tried. I've been using this since I was about 13, I think. Still, number one. Still so good. So I'm just going to wipe the excess mascara off onto the tip of the bottle. And we're just going to start focusing on the outer lashes of my eye. Especially because we want that more winged effect. And then just start going in to the inner corner. I think I just got mascara on my eyelid. That's awesome. So we're just going to do the same thing for the other eye. And just going to do a second coat on my eyelashes. And there we are. It does look very dark under this lighting. I don't know if it does. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. Not sure. Also, feel free. This is a hack that I tend to do a lot. Is I get my bronzer and my bronzing brush and I just bronze my collarbones. Sounds kind of weird, but it honestly kind of makes a lot of difference. So I'm just going to just bronze them up, you know. Make your bad boys pop. Just looks really good, especially with the Hoola bronzer. So yeah, you can also apply highlighter to the tops of your collarbones, but we're not going to go that far. Here is the finished product. If you guys want to use any of the big things, I will link them down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Use all the little YouTube things like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more of me, because from now on I will be posting. And I know I say that every single time, but I mean it this time. And yeah, subscribe if you want more of me. Me, myself, and I. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! I can't stop.